brothers, footballers and family, and over the last couple of years we've always gone out, drank, me and Otis and hang out together, and we've always spoken about doing something together. And Jason, FA, Sam always had a chat about what's going on, who's a better player, who's playing well at the time. So for the last 2 years we've sort of been behind the scenes talking about what we can do to give something back to the community, and one of the things we decided to do was collaborate, because as you're aware that our foundation are always doing events, Jason's foundation is always doing events, and we thought it would be nice to come together once and for all to do something together. And one of the things we decided to do was a football match, and as part of the football match we thought we want to include the community, and by including the community we thought let's not just do a game, let's also do a mini festival, something for the kids, something for the family, just basically giving something back to the community as well. Hence the reason we came up with Charity Family Fun Day. And we're going to keep it short. The concept of the game is Friends of Africa against the Friends of the Caribbean. We've also included various other charities who are going to be supported through this particular event, and I'm sure Willie's going to mention a little bit more about that later. But as you're aware, we're going to be putting out a Friends of Africa team, which will probably be winning on the day anyway. Well, the squad's coming together nicely. Mention no names, but I've seen some of the names in the Caribbean squad, so to be honest, I'm not quite threatened. So,
you should be, you've got Paul Merson.
So basically what we're trying to do today is letting a few people know about what we're doing, getting you guys behind it to support it. We've got a good lineup on the day, we've got various activities going on the day, and it's going to be a great event. It's the first time we're doing this together, it's the first time it's ever been done. Africa and the Caribbean coming together to celebrate something good. We've got some good partners on board, we've got some great people supporting this show. You're going to hear a lot more about it in the next few months, and yeah, hopefully you'll be behind it. Thank you.
Right. Yeah, great. Jason, I want to just ask you, first of all, the idea for the game, how excited are you about the prospect that we can do something for ourselves as a community?
I'm very excited about it. I think one of the things you said is I think the last year has been distressing for many reasons. I think it's a great opportunity, it's a great story. I mean, I've known Sodje, I've played against Sodje since I was a young kid at Hayes Football Club. There's a lot of stories I could tell you. One I am going to tell you about is when I went up for a ball, when I think it went over my head about this far, I was never going to get to the ball, and he headbutted the back of my head. And that was one of many. So I know Sodje very well, and I've been really proud of what he's been able to achieve in his career, and he's gone on to become a fantastic player, as some of his family members as well. And as he's started his charity and all the great work they've done, we've obviously been watching that, and I'm really honoured to be able to work alongside him as someone I know as a friend and someone who's inspired me and many other people.
FA, listen, the government obviously clearly determined the result already, yeah? It's a friendly game, but it will obviously be ultra competitive, won't it?
He's always friendly with me and Jason.
He's a liar.
No, to be fair, it's going to be a lovely day. I'm looking forward for everybody to be together, have fun. But the main thing I just really do is just shit. I always say that.
Just back to you, Jason. It's obviously been a challenging time for the community in terms of football, and you've been there at the forefront. And I think we should give Jason a round of applause. Point, so many positive things down the road are going to happen because you didn't decide to wear a t-shirt and stood by the cause there. In terms of the community, how important do you think that football is? I mean, it's obviously grown over the years, but you play at the highest level, you're involved in occasions like this. How important do you think football is to our community?
I think it's a massive story. I was brought up in northwest London by uncles, my Uncle Otis, my Uncle Sil, my Uncle David, who played professional football. What they meant to the community was more than just footballers. They meant that you could achieve something, that you could go work hard and be judged the same as anybody else on a football pitch. And for me, growing up, there was someone I looked to and I know my community looked to. And there's no doubt that without them, I wouldn't be standing here today. I wouldn't be a footballer here today. So I think football means so much to our culture, means so much in the African culture as well. You talk about role models. I think we've got that in our community, and if he's standing here and his family, what they've been able to achieve. So I think football and sport in general is very important to us, and if we can do more than that, not just play football, if we can give something back like Sodje has done, his family now, hopefully we've done, then I think we can leave more positive imprints in our community.
Lovely. Great, thank you. FA, just one more question for you. We obviously got the Cup of Nations on at the moment. Silly question, possibly. Who do you expect to win that?
Nigeria.
Okay. No, but I mean, Nigeria have done so much, haven't they? As all the African nations have. But I think Nigeria is seen as one of the foremost breaking through barriers. In terms of football in Africa, growing in importance all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously we always know that Nigeria is one of the the best African nation in Africa. So we're number one on the football side, and what they've achieved even in England, it's so amazing. All the Nigerians have done.
Staying with the Cup of Nations, sometimes we hear about managers not wanting players to go, etc., etc. Do you think that African football, in regards to that, gets the respect it deserves?
Not really, because people always think that you mention Africa, it's always about corruption, but it's not always like that. There are good things in Africa, and you can tell what we've been doing has nothing to do with corruption. We do it for our own hearts, and hopefully we can good to go for me.
Lovely, great. Round of applause for the two players. I'm just going to